Hey everyone, checking in on cryptocurrency. You're going to go over a trade review. Fortunately, finally did get some. Yesterday, talked about entering Litecoin on the hourly consolidation, looking for the higher low on the hourly to form. So I'll give you a little step-by-step on how I entered that trade, how I exited that trade, and my psychology behind it. So we did get some continuation on Litecoin, breaking the high of yesterday and getting follow through. And first thing that's most important is what's going on in your life when you're doing trading. Are you sitting in front of your computer and you're in your home base and watching consistently, or are you out and about doing things? And so right now I'm out and about doing things, and that is going to affect how I'm placing my orders and how I'm handling this trade. So I recorded the video and we had pretty much hit bottom of consolidation as I was recording that video. And right when I finished, I looked at this hourly candlestick that was a bullish reversal candlestick starting to form. And I said to myself, I think I might have just missed that bottom of consolidation. So my two scenarios at that point are I can either place limit orders below where we currently are trading to try and continue to scale in if we do keep pulling back. In order for those orders to have filled, we would have had to have lost the hourly exponential support. And the odds that on the initial consolidation that we would hold that exponential support were pretty high in my opinion. Another possible scenario is I could have sat there and placed limit orders right around where the price was currently trading at, hoping that we pulled back to fill it. And scenario number 3 is I could market buy in and get in right now. So the first thing that I did was establish what would I want to be a full position on this trade. From there, I said, okay, I'm going to market buy here because I don't want to sit and, well, I wouldn't even be sitting because I was about to head out for dinner on the night. So I would have to hope that my orders get filled, or I could take a position right now and then I could handle it from there. So I took a 60% position with a market order, and with the fees and my fill, it was pretty much around $41. And then I put the rest of the position that I would like to have, again, not my full account, but I put another 40% scaling in the low 40s and through the 39s in case we pulled back significantly while I was at dinner. In that instance, it would have been 4-hour consolidation, and we would have then looked for the 4-hour exponential support to hold. So I was okay with scaling in, knowing that a 4-hour higher low would be likely. I personally don't ever stray away from market orders. And I use market orders all the time trading stocks. That's, essentially how I've been trained. And that's because stocks, it's the same cost as a limit order. There's no difference in terms of the fees that you're going to pay. Obviously, that's different in cryptocurrency, but ever since I started trading cryptocurrency in May 2017, I've always adopted the strategy that I don't care what my fees are as long as my profit is greatly outweighing my fees. So if I can make, X amount of dollars on a trade and my fees are taking away 1% of my 10% gain, I don't care about that because, again, I have to be able to enter and exit instantly when I want to in order to capitalize on some of the setups that I see. So had I not used a market order and just placed limit orders, I probably would have got filled with maybe 10 to 20% of the position that I ended up having. So from there, we saw the hourly higher low clearly established, and the bulls headed back up towards resistance of 44.48, and we topped out. And that's about when I got home from dinner. And I said to myself, okay, there's that follow through I was looking for. I was looking for the hourly higher low and a bounce to a lower high and anticipating an equilibrium. So I cashed out 20% of my position at that point. And what that allowed for is for me to put a stop loss below this hourly consolidation at that point, which would pretty much make me break even because I locked in some profit. So that means that my cost basis is a lower number to be break even. So we ended up seeing continuation. I went to bed right about here and I said, okay, that looks like our hourly lower high. I'm going to place half of my remaining position in orders, sell orders to scale out. And I'm going to place half of my position with a stop loss sell down at under $40 psychological. And so I placed my sell orders at $44.90, $45.90, $46.90, and ended up waking up this morning when we were trading on one of these candlesticks here. So I had 2 of my orders fill, $44.90 and $45.90 sold. I still had my stop level that I canceled that order when I woke up in the morning, and then I canceled the $46.90 order that did not fill. From there, I had half of my position left after taking profit last night and taking profit overnight while my orders were hit. And then from there, I just decided to let it play out a little bit. I saw this sideways trading and I thought this hourly time frame looks a little toppy. It looks like we're probably going to lose this hourly exponential support soon. And the most convincing thing for me was the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour RSI was up in the upper 80s. We had a bearish reversal candlestick forming. The bull volume was declining. So all of that led me to believe, okay, we're likely going to see further consolidation on the 4-hour time frame to establish a higher low. So I began to exit my position and I sold at limit on the ask with a few chunks. Ended up having maybe 25% of my position left at that point. And I started to notice the shift in momentum where, okay, my asks are not being hit. We're seeing other people sell into the bid a little bit. Momentum is clearly shifting. So I exited the last 25% of my position with a market order, again, because I was leaving for the morning. I wasn't going to be in front of my computer. And I just was saying, give me my money right now. That's basically what I'm saying with a market order. Give me my shares right now or give me my money right now. So I took all of my profit in the, I forget the exact last trade I had in the upper $43 range. And that locked in the trade of about 6.5% after fees. So again, yes, I paid some fees and it was a decent amount of money paid in fees, but the 6%, 6.5% of the trade far outweighed that. And that trade gave me about a 3-day maker. I have a level of what I call a day maker for my stocks, and this was a 3-day maker. Haven't had a successful crypto trade like this in a couple months. I just haven't been trading the space because the bears have been in full control, and just wanted to lock that in and have a nice solid win and look at the 4-hour consolidation from there. So now we're pulling back. We're looking for a 4-hour higher low to form on Litecoin, and the exponential supports are going to continue approaching. If the hourly trend changes back towards the bulls, we're going to be then calling our 4-hour higher low clearly set at that point. And the hourly time or the daily time frame, not an ideal candlestick currently with this big upper wick of profit taking, and we're seeing it in the other names as well, which didn't even really break the high of yesterday. So this is not the ideal bullish follow through day. There's no major red flags. Bulls had a great day yesterday. There's healthy consolidation on the 4-hour time frame now. But in terms of keeping that pressure on the shorts, we're not seeing it. So the shorts for Litecoin are still closing out here. They've been consolidating all overnight, and shorts are closing into this Litecoin consolidation, and we're still extremely high. So I was a bit disappointed. It would have been nice to see continued pressure applied to these shorts, because there could have absolutely been a couple more short squeezes mixed in there with how high shorts still were. Keeping in mind that this is only the shorts information on one exchange. It's certainly not a complete picture, but it's the best picture that we have. So Litecoin shorts were still very high, but we are getting this consolidation. So looking for a 4-hour higher low to form. When we find this 4-hour higher low, if we pull back any more, let's see, it probably looks like an equilibrium will form either way. Even if this was our higher low of 41.75, which we are not convinced of yet, we're going to look for a bull move back up into the $43, $44 range to probably set a 4-hour lower high. It definitely will depend on what Bitcoin's going to do as well here. So checking in on Bitcoin, we have the inability to break the high of yesterday. So clearly an inside bar on the daily is forming, and healthy consolidation here as well. 4-hour time frame, we have our high, our low of the pullback, and it looks like our lower high was hit here at 36.44. So 36.44 is our new resistance. Bulls have to hold 35.75. Otherwise, we're going to lose this 4-hour uptrend, and then the 4-hour exponential support will be next. So Bitcoin bulls haven't really done much of anything after that initial big bull move. And the kind of trade that I took on Litecoin, I was very confident in the hourly higher low being found. And the reason for that is you have to anticipate that the bull move happened so quickly. There were a ton of people like me who missed that bull move. And there's a lot of people like me who are going to be wanting to enter a position on that consolidation. That's why the first consolidation bounce is so reliable on whatever instrument you're trading after a very significant bull move. So for Bitcoin, 4-hour tightening range to be watching, daily inside bar, pretty much a sure thing at this point. And remember, we really want to hold the back test of daily exponential supports and see that bull cross follow through over the next few days through the weekend. Bitcoin shorts are not high at all. So the all-time high is up here at 43,000, and we're all the way down at 24,000. So shorts have been covering for the past 2 months almost on Bitcoin, which is very notable. And we still have a bit of an uptrend here to be watching, but that is clear to me that we're not really in a short squeeze scenario on Bitcoin, certainly not to the degree that we are on Litecoin. So that's a very different scenario, and it's important to be aware of to see how significantly lower these shorts are, as they have been closing out into that consolidation that we've been seeing, the pullback on Bitcoin's daily chart. Ethereum also forming a daily inside bar and also still not giving any sign that our consolidation is done for right now. We have our high of the bull move, our low of the pullback. Lower high was 123.73, and here we are about to test support. If we break 119, that shifts momentum a little bit because that breaks the initial low of consolidation. And again, the 4-hour exponential support will be right there after that, and the bulls are going to have to change the hourly trend back in their favor to stay in this pattern and not see this bear break as we're about to test this support level. XRP daily inside bar. So you can see everybody has that lack of follow through setup aside from Litecoin. Litecoin's our lead bull, so it's not surprising to see that it did break while other names did not. But here, let's look at the 4-hour of XRP and compare it. We have the high of the bull move, low of consolidation, lower high set at 32.1, and here we are coming down to test support similar to what Ethereum is doing. So the two scenarios for these names that we all just looked at aside from Litecoin is a 4-hour equilibrium if we can hold support and continue tightening range while the exponential support catches up, or a bear break and a test of that exponential support right away. TRX also got a little bit of follow through. So we look at the hourly time frame. We hit the initial high, we consolidated, and then it looks like we had a lot of stops trigger for a very quick move up that certainly did not last. And let's see if that was just, it was a 15-minute bull move followed by a lot of profit taking and a lot of shorts jumping in the half hour following that bull move. So the daily time frame is still maintaining the uptrend at this point, but it's a tightening pattern where we have the low of the daily pullback, high of the bounce, higher low, and it looks like that might be our lower high. So the most important range on the daily is 25.1 support, that little double bottom of 2.5 and 2.51, and resistance is 2.76 and 2.91 as the most important levels on this tightening daily time frame. And the 4-hour, in comparison, it's a much different setup than every name that we just looked at. Looking for a 4-hour higher low compared to 2.54, and then we'll look for a lower high. So I believe the 4-hour time frame for TRX still has a lot more tightening up to do, whereas ETH, XRP, and Bitcoin all have much tighter 4-hour ranges already established. BNB, another name that saw continuation, not surprising, it's been a lead bull as well. 4-hour time frame, very healthy consolidation, looking for a bull flag. The size of the bear volume here is definitely, I would not anticipate that we could confirm this bull flag, but it is a pretty convincing bull candlestick here that we're forming right now. So let's see if the bulls can disregard that bear volume and confirm this 4-hour bull flag and try and see continuation from here. $8.92 and $9 are next resistance, and $8.54 will be key support. So the hourly chart from overnight, where did we see that continuation? This was a pattern where we had the big upper wick showing our temporary top, the low of the pullback showing our higher low. There's our lower high, higher low, really nice equilibrium that got a bull break overnight at 865, and we ran all the way up to 892. So that's a solid few percent to the upside, still keeping the uptrend intact, but we're going to see now if we lose this 4-hour higher low, and if we keep pulling back here, then we're going to anticipate a bit more significant daily consolidation. So 4-hour bull flag to be watching on Binance. We've got Litecoin as a lead bull, but looking for the 4-hour higher low to be established on Litecoin, and Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP all in similar situations of a lot tighter 4-hour patterns that should either hold support and head back up towards resistance into tonight, or break this support into tonight and tell us that, you know, the bulls have lost a good amount of their momentum. Certainly want to hold the initial 4-hour higher low after a big bull move like this. So I hope you're having a good weekend. We'll continue to check back in as the action dictates. And I hope you all do some good things out there. See you tomorrow. Maybe. Your girls are prime time.